the entire room is on their feet. I am spread like a star.
I call it the Cobra face. It's you go.
Welcome to Drive Forward News. I'm Tyler McCreary, and today we're going to be talking with Bailey Call from the VEX Game Design Committee. Let's get into it. Bailey.
Tyler.
You are famously on the Game Design Committee.
Yeah.
What is the Game Design Committee looking like in 2025?
I can't tell you that.
Why? It's just you and me. Let's talk some juicy details about the GDC.
So there's a lot of new faces on the committee, which is really cool.
New ideas.
New ideas, exactly. And we're taking advantage of those new ideas. We kind of decided to let's get nuts a little bit.
Let's do it. We've been too restrained.
Exactly.
I'm sick of it.
No, we actually had that exact conversation where we kind of lifted a bunch of these artificial constraints that we've had on ourselves for the past couple of years.
Awesome.
I think you saw that a little bit with some of the games that we released this year. You think Rapid Relay for IQ. We introduce a third drive team member, the match loader. So there's kind of a couple things that for many years have been, no, we can't do that. We kind of lifted that artificial barrier and said, screw it, let's try it.
So
what can go wrong?
Oh, absolutely nothing. Nothing could go wrong.
Oh, there's a lot that can go wrong, but it's time to start getting a little bit more creative. Time to, let's get nuts a little bit.
Let's get weird.
Yeah, and now that I've been more involved with the reveal of the new game, which I'm super excited about.
Yes. People will start to see me and be like, hey, can we see the new game? And I go, you're asking me straight out, can you just see the new game? No, you can't. Absolutely not. This is going to be really cool.
Right.
In the Dome, when I can be up at the podium and I'm sitting here just like watching casually, and I have no stake in this, but I'm watching and enjoying this match. The
one robot does one thing, and all of a sudden you got
no pun
thousands.
intended. No pun intended. The like high stakes of the match, the moment specifically when we're in the Dome, the finals matches, and you have that last second, you feel it, and it's like watching a movie that is just so good.
I call it the Cobra face. It's you go. And you've got like the Cobra wings. It's like the.
That's incredible, dude. Oh wow, it is an experience unlike anything I've ever had to be in that arena when there is that. Let's say in this scenario, it's not the so sad upset. It's the triumph of something that every single face in that crowd is watching, and they're like, "Could it be? Could it be? Like, are they gonna do it?" And then the entire room is on their feet. I'm on stage. There's no light on me, but I am spread like a star. I'm like,
It's one of the most fun kind of aspects about the game design is kind of imagining that kind of dynamic, that crowd pop, the reception of how this game is going to play in the Dome. Obviously, the game reveal is really awesome, but I almost enjoy about the couple of hours right after we reveal the game even more. We live in a little bit of an echo chamber as a GDC, which we kind of get wrapped up in our own ideas a little bit sometimes, or we have this imaginary way that we foresee the game being played. And if you look at the way students are breaking down the game right after release, some of these times you'll have questions within the first hour or two that we didn't ask ourselves once in the 2 years that we developed the game.
Yeah.
And that's not a discredit to us. That's a credit to the hive mind of the VEX community, right? It's really fulfilling to see that live breakdown of like them following down this winding path to get to the big old golden door that's like, yes, we crafted this door and you got there.
Yes.
It's really cool, and it's super fulfilling for me to kind of follow along with the community for an entire year as they watch and play the game and compete. It's so cool to me because the robot ideas I have in my head while we're designing the game, the robots that actually compete in the game by worlds look nothing like the ideas I had in my head.
Absolutely. And like, stepping back a little bit to like when you have diversity in the headspace, like look at like 10, 20,000 minds all look at this same video at the same time. They're all thinking.
You got 20,000 ideas from 20,000 different people.
Like their brains are all going in different directions. Some of them are going in similar paths. But of course you're going to find those extra problems that you haven't thought about, is because, I mean, the GDC is how many people?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, word. The
Sorry.
GDC is...
The cool thing about the GDC, and you brought up the amount of people on it, I don't want to talk about the specific amount of people, but I will talk about kind of the breakdown of the types of people that are on the GDC in a sense. We have a very diverse outlook from the VEX community as far as all the members on the GDC have been involved with VEX for multiple years. But they're all coming from kind of different avenues of involvement. Me personally, I was a VEX alumni. I was a VEX coach. But we have a really good distribution of event partner representation, volunteer and referee representation.
You were talking about how we can't know the number of people in the GDC. Mm-hmm. However, there is like a new way to contact you guys, right?
Yeah, it's not necessarily new. It's just something we're trying to be more cognizant of and be better at utilizing. There's a lot of people that have felt like the GDC was that black box, and it's going to have some secrecy involved to it, but we want to be approachable. We want to be able to present ways for the community to be able to say, hey, I've got something you guys need to know about, and feel comfortable telling us.
For sure. There's nothing wrong with the suggestion box.
Yeah, and cool. we take advantage of that suggestion box, and we have an email that we use, and it's gdc@vex.com. It drops directly into my personal inbox. There it is. And I check it every day. I might not get back to every email every day, and sometimes we need a little bit of time to craft an answer and get back to you. But we've made a really, really good concerted effort to try and reply to every email that comes that way. We're trying in the Robot Events Q&A system to give better answers, more informative answers, educate our customers, our users, our competitors on why we make the decisions we make. And, you know, one of the things we take a lot of pride in on the GDC is making sure whenever we make a decision, we don't make a decision that positively impacts one stakeholder, but equally negatively impacts another stakeholder. We want to try and keep lifting up the stakeholders together upwards. We don't want to make a decision that makes it easier to compete and easier to score points or things like that, but on the flip side makes it harder for the referee that has to sit there, you know, for tens or hundreds of matches to make a decision. We're just trying to make it the most fun it can possibly be. We're trying to make it the most accessible it can possibly be, trying to make sure kids enjoy playing the game, trying to make sure coaches enjoy coaching the game, trying to make sure volunteers enjoy going to volunteer on the weekends. Yeah. Because if we didn't have our volunteers, we'd be nowhere.
Shout out volunteers.
You know, shout out volunteers. And if we're designing a game that a referee is sending us an email about and saying, I no longer wish to referee this game, that's probably an email we need to read. We need to understand why. Yep. And we need to make an action and figure out how to correct that.
There is nothing wrong with communication. And I think that's what makes us so good at what we do, is that we can like take feedback from the community and change if we need to.
It's only going to make things better.
It's only going to make things better. And especially to a community of people who play a game together.
Yeah, and especially a community that's as passionate as the VEX community is. Absolutely. It's what I love about the students in the VEX world. They are truly the most passionate students I've ever met in my life.
Everyone, thank you so much for watching and tuning in with Bailey and I as we really talk about anything. I would like to do this again.
We got to do this again sometime, is so cool. Man. I enjoyed myself.
Make sure you're liked and subscribed wherever you're watching, and subscribe at news.vex.com. Bailey, it's been real. See you next time.